We should be good to go, guys. All right, welcome. Today's gonna be my first album review. Let's do it. Indigo here. Hello, everyone. Today we're gonna be talking about some underground shit. We're gonna be talking about some Sideshow the King. Super Dark Times, new album from Sideshow the King. Sideshow is the stage name of Mr. Rhett Rhodes, a producer and rapper out of Oklahoma who is also affiliated with the underground act Cyanide and Silicone. Their signature sound comes from Sideshow's production and speedy, slick, funny flows, and his brother Ryland Rhodes, aka D Nasty's more short, slow, and spaced out flows. These two, playing off each other's strengths, really bring a lot of original character to the group that I've enjoyed, and they're really a funny group. I think you guys should check out if you end up checking this album out and you like that. Definitely go check out Cyanide and Silicone. Definitely a pretty cool group. Knowing this group and their sound, I was pretty excited when this was announced. Not even like maybe a week before the release, and I was like, holy shit, hell yeah, I'm ready for this. Been looking for some new stuff from Sideshow for a while. Jesus Christ, do you have to drink so fucking loud? Okay, to start off, we got Goat Boy, beginning with some gritty samples and a jazz drum beat with a digital sounding drum, sort of, and like there's like, it's very digital sounding. It's like this jazz sort of swing beat with some cymbals kind of crashing off, and it sounds like it's played live, which is pretty cool, even if it is digital. I do appreciate that. It's an incredible start to the album, given how simple it is. Sideshow's got these stuttering vocals that build up, and for tension about midway through the track, there's some like fucking 808s and gritty little hi-hats that come in, and there's this like click rattling off like in reverb, which I thought was amazing. It's really short. It's a good start to the album. It leads into rubber bands almost like seamlessly, which is cool. Really hard to do, so I do appreciate that. It's a really fucking hard-hitting song that begins with some layered vocals and this monotone voice that kind of build up for the first part of the song. Then they come back in these string samples that kind of wail up and down like in the fucking Insidious soundtrack. There's just like these like horror movie soundtrack. It's fucking awesome, dude. It's theatric as hell. The 808 on the track is low. It's like saw type, highs cut, very muted, growly. The greatest thing about this album is that Sideshow is just incredible to make sure that no part of the album goes stale at any point. The song will play, and then like every 4 to 16 or 8 to 16 bars, there's some sort of transition or dynamic switch that is happening to keep you reeled in. And every time you go back through, you're going to be like, holy shit, that's cool. How did he do that? How did he do that? How did he do that? And it just keeps like layering up. And there's like this amazing like catharsis with listening to the album, I thought, because every time I go through, I've been through like 5 times now, there's something new to pick out of all the mix and everything, and it's very noisy. I love it. The bass hits hard as fuck. The bars are nuts. He's just crazy good with taking these flows, and then he'll have this flow for a minute, and he knows exactly when to switch it up, and then he knows exactly when to switch a beat so that it doesn't get stale. And that's key with these type of albums where they're really noisy and you have something really abrasive. I think that it keeps it from getting too harsh on the ears, because you've always got something kind of softening, and then it comes back, and then it's softening, and then it comes back, which is really awesome. They're just packed with details, dude. You're gonna get stuck on something new every time. The album slows down, boom, right off the bat we're hit with like this baseball bat over the head, and then like the song Reflection is kind of like you're sitting there like bleeding out, and you're just kind of like, fuck, like that was so fucking hard, and now I'm just like in the haze of like dying. You're kind of in purgatory. Yeah, that it's a really sweet song. It's got a more lo-fi beat style, sort of Zelda type melody. Definitely reminds me of like Zelda. I don't know if he's ever played it, but it's definitely, it sounds like a video game. It's really powerful. It's very pretty. Sideshow singing is very monotone, and this auto-tune's kind of drowned out, and it's some noise too. He does that a lot on the album, but it doesn't take away from the performance. I think it's like heartfelt, and his ability to have that much emotion in his voice while being so limited maybe in his voice is pretty admirable, I think. And his approach to harmony is pretty non-standard as well. It's is he'll almost it it subverts expectations in a weird way, and I do appreciate that because so often you'll get into what you think sounds right, and I think this works for him, and it's pretty unique to his style anyway. Then these 808s come in the later half of the song that vocals really clean up, brings it up a lot, and I really enjoy that part of the song. The whole song's amazing, and everything up to this album, up until this point, is flawless. I think it's incredible. The transition to Truman, and this song goes stupid, fucking stupid hard. Features this absolutely destructive bass tone on the 808s. It's like Death Grips and Shoo Shoo. Has a baby with Calypso 40K screaming at agony on the chorus, drowned out in noise. There's a trap soundtrack to hell. I think this would be it. The first chorus, I already told you that it's basically the soundtrack to hell, and I think that's pretty accurate. There's just these guys just screeching on the chorus in this noise that is just like very shoo shoo. It's like drowned out in noise in this soundscape that's hard hitting as fuck. It's borderline like unnerving, but I think it works really well with Sideshow's vocals on this, and he's got these just incredible sections after the first chorus where like these rim shots are just like pounding away, and it's just like relentless, like you're just sprinting as fast as you can. That's how your heart feels, how your heart kind of feels after you just like sprint, and it's just like, and there's just this bass that is just blowing up in the background, dude, just exploding everywhere. It's just fucking bukkake all over the beat. It's awesome. Sideshow's layered like chorus effect vocals on this really remind me of like a Death Grips inspired mixing style right here. It's really cool. The song Resin is pretty great, except for the Air Robbie feature. Was probably the lowest point on the album. Absolutely. Buried among a mountain of highs. Like, this whole album is incredible. Very few low points, and this is probably the lowest point. Sideshow's verse is awesome on this song. I think the song's awesome up until a halfway point when Robbie comes in. Just did not like that at all. Didn't like it at all. Even with the mixing that Sideshow was able to do on that, didn't like it. Not good. Liquor comes in right after that with a very industrial sounding sample with a lot of noise and cool movie samples that kind of make it sound like this living machine that it's walking to you, and it's just spazzing and sputtering these movie lines about getting liquored up. There's another song that's actually just destructive with how hard it goes, dude. I mean, it's incredible that he's able to do with all this noise and stuff in the bass, and it's just the dynamics on this is just insane, dude. And these samples they're awesome. Not sure what it's from, but it fits the subject matter pretty well, and I think what he did with it is impressive. After that, we get another breather on No Aunt. That is this chord progression kind of like swinging in the background almost, and it's very noisy, but it's pretty at the same time, kind of like a Reflection. But this has Sideshow singing this just like infectious melody on it. It's ridiculously catchy. It's in some distorted auto-tune vocal style, and it's just stupid catchy. The bass is just blowing up under the mix. It's all masterful what he's able to accomplish, like blending the genres on this project. After that, we get Mr. Bill's Dog. It's hilarious. The sample, this just shows how excellent he is at turning anything into something. Like the Bill's Dog, he's got this like weird howl sound, and he turns it into like a noise like trap banger beat, and it's fucking crazy, dude. It doesn't even get tired after multiple listens. You think with like something really shrill in your ears for like 3 minutes, he's able to have enough dynamics and switch ups that it never gets tired. It's really fun, and you'll always enjoy going back through. And it's just funny as fuck. This dog is just screeching like sorry, Jesus, I'm choking. Everybody's favorite imaginary friend. It sounds like my brain has been put in a fucking meat grinder It's incredible. It's just short enough to be really effective, but not go by too fast. Sideshow's screaming and distortion on the song is amazing. It's only like a minute and a half long, but it's just long enough. Any much longer, and I don't know that the effect would have been so perfect. I don't know. This song goes like almost seamlessly into Warts. There we go. Now one of those references to Warts. Which has been one of the most low-key beats on the album. On the first half, these really muted like bleeps and bloops fall off and like reverb out in the distance to fill the silence where Sideshow's voice isn't present. The song also features some references to Sideshow's previous work and lines that fans like have been listening to him for a while will probably appreciate, because he references some of his old stuff, and he does that throughout the whole album, which is awesome. But this one kind of stuck out because he's got a few lines in there I really enjoyed. The beat switch is awesome on this, with some like computer generated voice samples saying "fuck me so hard." It's fucking awesome. Yeah, it comes in and it just starts stuttering in and out, and then right as soon as you think it's crossing that threshold of maybe this is getting a little stale or whatever you may think, it cuts out, and he's able to just use these dynamics to keep it from getting stale, which is incredible. It's for a cohesive, interesting, fun, hard-hitting project. This album is fucking incredible, dude. It's a must listen in my opinion. I think it's incredible. And if I was, even my hardest critiques on this are going to be very minor, so the things that I do say that are negative are not very negative. I mean, the average person that goes through this is going to think it's awesome. So you got these like high bass thrash kitten verse, which I've never heard of before until this moment, but he has these like call and response sort of vocals that layer, and they're very chanty and fun, and this disturbing sample kind of laughs in the background, almost like a talking toy that has dead batteries trying to get off one last repetition while the voice box melts in a fire. And it's like, and it's really awesome what he's able to do with such weird samples that should never work, but they do. He makes them work. It's great. Bring the album to a pretty cool little close. Overall, the album's an incredible album of noise, some soft and funny moments, singing moments, and make for like a really just hard-hitting rap album that is equal parts like emotional and just ignorant as fuck, and is completely unique, that takes inspirations from some of my favorite acts like Death Grips and maybe 9 Inch Nails. Not quite as slow, or 9 Inch Nails is a little more reserved in the hard-hittingness. This is in your face. It's crazy. It's fun. The bass is ridiculous. It's a blast to listen to, and it really only gets better on our repeated listens, and it has something for everyone. So I definitely recommend, if you're into Death Grips, if you're into horrorcore inspired rap and noise stuff and really just abrasive, you want something loud, maybe something to get you through the gym, definitely check this out. It's a fantastic little project from this guy who's just got an incredible amount of talent. I mean, just can't wait to see where it goes from here. I'm just waiting for another album, even though this one just came out. So that was my first album review, guys. Thanks for watching. If it went on a little too long, well, fuck it. I don't care, because I like music and I want to talk about it. So, alright, I'm going to sign off, guys. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more music review stuff. We're going to be trying to do a little more underground stuff, more just albums I like in general that I can go back through, some classic stuff, maybe some Swans, maybe some fucking 9 Inch Nails, maybe some Tyler the Creator. Who knows? We'll just see where we go. Well, I like to talk about music. You like to talk about music. Let's do it together. All right. So leave a comment, leave me a like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. If you listen to the album, let me know. And yeah, Sideshow the King, Super Dark Times.